Are the Boston Celtics gearing up for another championship run, or are they facing a hidden crisis? As the playoffs loom, a concerning trend has emerged from the heart of our roster. One of our star players is struggling with a critical part of his game, putting the team's postseason aspirations at risk. What does this mean for our chances to defend our title? Stay tuned as we dive into the numbers and reveal the implications for our beloved Celtics. If you're passionate about the Boston Celtics and want to stay informed, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. As we gear up for the playoffs, Celtics Nation, there's a lot to unpack about our beloved Boston Celtics. With a stellar record of 57-20, we sit comfortably in second place in the Eastern Conference, but it's hard to ignore the underlying concerns that are creeping in as we approach the postseason. Now, let's get right to the heart of the matter. Jason Tatum, our franchise player and cornerstone, has been struggling with his three-point shot lately. According to NBA analyst Jason Timpf, Tatum is hitting just 30% from beyond the arc in his last 20 games, averaging around 10 attempts per game. Now, that's a statistic that raises a few eyebrows. We all know that in the playoffs, every possession counts. A few off nights from your star can drastically change a series, and we can't afford that. Tatum has played in 70 games this season, maintaining impressive averages of 26.9 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 6.0 assists. Those numbers are fantastic, but they don't tell the whole story. His shooting percentages are down from last year. He's currently at 45.2% from the field and 34.4% from three, compared to 47.1% and 37.6% last season. So, what does this mean for us? As a passionate fan, I can't help but feel a mix of hope and concern. Tatum is still young, and we've seen him rise to the occasion before. But heading into a playoff series, we need him to be at his best. His struggles could mean that opposing defenses will focus their efforts on him, which could open up opportunities for other players like Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart. But let's be real. If Tatum can't find his rhythm, it puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the team to step up. Now, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Should the Celtics consider resting Tatum more leading up to the playoffs to ensure he's fresh? Or do we need to keep him in game shape, even if that means working through these shooting woes? I want to hear your thoughts on this. We've got a talented roster, but talent alone isn't enough. Chemistry, confidence, and execution make all the difference in the playoffs. Remember last season? We saw how crucial those elements were in our run to the championship. If Tatum can find a way to get back to his shooting form, it could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. And speaking of chemistry, let's not forget about our bench. Players like Malcolm Brogdon and Grant Williams will be essential as we move into the playoffs. Their contributions could provide the spark we need when the starters are resting or if Tatum is having an off night. The depth on this team is something we should all feel good about, but it's going to take everyone stepping up. As we look toward the playoffs, I can't shake the feeling that this is a pivotal moment for Tatum and the team as a whole. We've been waiting for another shot at the title, and the pressure is immense. How do you feel about the direction we're heading? Can Tatum shake off these shooting struggles and lead us to glory once again? I want to hear your opinions down below. Let's engage in this discussion because every voice matters as we rally behind our Celtics. Will Tatum rise to the occasion, or will these shooting issues come back to haunt us? The stakes are high, and our hopes are riding on this young superstar. So what's your take? The Boston Celtics are gearing up for another playoff run, and as a die-hard fan, I have to admit there are some serious concerns on the horizon. With a stellar 57-20 record, the Celtics have established themselves as one of the elite teams in the NBA and currently sit at number 2 in the Eastern Conference. However, the target on their backs is bigger than ever this season, after last year's championship win. And as we all know, every team is coming for Boston. One of the biggest worries right now is the performance of our star forward, Jason Tatum. Recent statistics shared by NBA analyst Jason Timpf have given us something to ponder. Over the last 20 games, Tatum has been shooting just 30% from beyond the arc on 10 attempts per game. A drop like that could severely hinder the Celtics' chances in the playoffs. Imagine a 7-game series where Tatum's shooting struggles persist. It could be a recipe for disaster. Let's take a closer look at Tatum's overall season. He's played 70 games and is averaging 26.9 points, 8.7 rebounds, 6.0 assists, and 1.1 steals per game. Those numbers sound impressive, but when we compare his shooting percentages to last season, we see a decline that can't be overlooked. He's shooting 45.2% from the field and 34.4% from three-point range this year, down from 47.1% and 37.6% respectively last year. These numbers matter, folks. They tell a story of a player who, despite his talent, is struggling to find his rhythm at a critical time. Now, you might be wondering if this is just a slump or something more significant. Honestly, I'm torn. Tatum is a proven talent, and every player goes through ups and downs. But the timing of this slump isn't ideal, especially with the playoffs looming. We need Tatum to be at his best if we want to defend our title. The pressure is on him and the entire team to step up their game. As a passionate fan, I can't help but feel a mix of optimism and concern. On one hand, we have a roster filled with depth and talent. Players like Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and the supporting cast have the capability to step up. But on the other hand, if Tatum can't shake off this shooting slump, it could spell trouble for our championship aspirations. The Celtics have made strategic moves this season, tweaking their roster and gameplay to enhance their chances in the playoffs. But are these changes enough? Do you think this was the best decision? I'm honestly curious about how these adjustments will translate on the court when the pressure is at its highest. With the playoffs just around the corner, every game counts. The Celtics need to enter the postseason with momentum, and that means Tatum has to find his shooting touch again. How do we ensure that happens? It's a question that weighs on my mind, and I want to hear your thoughts. Are there specific strategies or adjustments you think the coaching staff should implement to get Tatum back on track? As we watch the team prepare for the playoffs, the excitement and anxiety are palpable. The Celtics have the talent to go all the way, but it all hinges on Tatum finding his form. If he can rediscover that shooting stroke, it could change everything for us. And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Let's engage in this debate together. How do you see the Celtics' chances unfolding in the playoffs? Are you confident in Tatum's ability to bounce back, or are you feeling the weight of uncertainty? Your voices matter, and I'm eager to hear what you have to say. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated on all things Boston Celtics. Activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep this conversation going and support our team as they chase another championship.